everyone, it's Shams at Maskscara, and today I'm super excited because I get to introduce you to our professional acrylic brush range. So this is a pure Kolinsky brush, proudly brought to you by Maskscara, and it is part of a jumbo range. Let's call it our plus size range. And these beautiful brushes are available in a size 14, 12 and 18. So as you can see, they come individually packaged in their own little box, and I have been naughty because I've used my 18 already, but they are beautiful, beautiful brushes to work with. They are definitely a superior quality, so there's no comparison to anything that is a synthetic brush. And this is why when it comes to pricing of Kolinsky brushes, a lot of nail techs say, oh, it's absolutely crazy, it's so expensive. But these are brushes that can last you a couple of lifetimes. So they can actually last you a few years, provided you care for them properly. So that means look after them, nurture them, and they become your own. The great thing about these Kolinsky brushes is that the more you work with them, they actually kind of mold to the way you work. So they become your own brush. They shape themselves, they mold themselves, and they just become your brush. So if you're anything like me, you would know that the one thing you don't touch on my desk is my brush. So that's why I absolutely adore these brushes. I've been privileged to be working with a sample of them for a long time already, but now we have them in stock and they are ready for you. So I'm going to show you how to prep your new brush today. So as you can see, it comes in a 12, it comes in a 14, and it comes in the big mama, which is an 18, and they are perfect for anybody who wants to do one bead applications. So just remember, when you swap over to a plus size brush, it's not anything that happens like smooth sailingly. So don't expect to come from your normal introduction brush onto a plus size brush and it's all hunky-dory. You're gonna have to train yourself to work with this to get used to the feel of your brush. They do pick up way more monomer, they hold the monomer differently because they're Kolinsky. So yeah, it's a whole different working experience, so you've got to get used to working with it. The nice thing I like about these is that we chose a range that has a slight crimp to it, and if you like, you can crimp this brush even further. So that would mean you could use like pliers and you could just apply a bit more pressure to flatten your brush out more, but they do flatten out pretty well on their own. So I'm just going to show you, this is my 18, and I'm just going to use a little bit of monomer just to show you. I've been working with the 18 for a while, and you can actually see that she has naturally actually just flattened herself out quite a bit. So she's a beautiful brush to work with. So this is my beauty, she's my 18, and let me show you what to do with your new brush when you get one. You will notice that it's got a very hard seal on it. So this is a protective sealant that gets placed onto the bristles so that it protects your brush in store. So yeah, don't come to the store and try to break the seal on the brush, guys. That's not how it works. Okay, so what you're gonna do is gently just using your fingers, you're gonna squeeze the bristles. So squeeze down hard, and you will see that it's going to kind of just loosen up that sealant on the bristles. So I'm just using my fingers and just sort of flicking the hairs. And if you gently flick on the hairs like this, I'm just rubbing down onto the hairs, you can see all the little fluffies breaking off, and that's the sealant. And what's going to happen is that any little loose hairs or anything, because remember these brushes are handmade, and sable at the moment is very hard to come by, so they're quite expensive. Yes, I know they're quite expensive, but yeah, once you have one, it's like the price is worth it. I've got brushes that have been with me for, I think it's going on 7-8 years, so it's so worth buying them because of the lifespan and the job that they do for you. So once you've got all those little fine hairs dusted out of your brush, you are going to place your brush into some clean monomer. So even if she looks a little bit crazy because you've just broken the sealant off, don't stress about it, because she still needs to get some monomer into her little bristles. So let's get our monomer ready. Right, so here we go. So I've got clean monomer liquid here. Let's not spill the monomer liquid. And I'm going to just hold my brush in this liquid for a few seconds. And she is just going to lap up all that liquid. I'm going to wipe my brush on the side of my dish. And what you will see is your brush is going to come together beautifully, as you can see. Now, here is your opportunity. If you do see that you've got a little stray hair out of place, you can use a cuticle nipper to actually trim that little hair. But as you can see, sometimes don't trim too soon. Just keep working your bristles to begin with, and wear a glove when you're doing this, because you don't want to get monomer onto your fingers. So just work your brush a little bit, just to get everything into shape. And you will see, once you've done this about 3 or 4 times, to prep your brush if it's really necessary to do any trimming. It's only if you've got like one hair standing totally out to the side that you can use a cuticle nipper and cut that one hair off as close to the ferrule as you can. But as you can see, all sorted out. Our brush has gone totally into place, and there is no need to actually do any sort of trim on this baby. She seems to be good to go for our acrylic set. And as you know, you're just going to wipe your brush off, and you can pick up your powder. And remember, please guys, we don't make circles in our powder. We always lightly just touch on the surface of the powder to pick up the perfect bead. Yeah, so there we go. That's just an introduction on how to prep your brush when you get it for the very first time, and how to just fall in love with it, basically. Because they are absolutely beautiful to work with, and I'm sure that this investment is going to give you many years of happy building. Just remember to care and nurture, and you'll be happy with the results that you get from the amazing new professional Kolinsky mascara brush range.